So we did the raid Saturday night, and one of our loyal viewers, Mr. Beef Drippings, said you should go raid Opie's show, and we went over there, and here's a little something from that, in case you missed it.
Whatever, without like any backstory. That's kind of.
Oh,
boring,
he's gonna.
right?
This is the night he jumps.
I think so.
Yeah.
So he didn't go on camera at all. He just kept the phone looking out the window at the skyline, and that was
he didn't have time to do his hair that day.
Probably a lot of people. Well, a lot of people think he was had a good buzz going on during this because he was saying some stuff that and putting up with stuff that he usually doesn't.
You don't get a purple mouth by drinking water, that's for sure.
Doing your podcast on the ledge.
What was Howard really like? I honestly don't know. Honestly don't know. Where are you people coming from?
Wow,
this sent you my way.
He's overwhelmed with 50
everyone
people
knows
in the chat.
Cumia was the best on that show. He was all right.
Somebody in chat says, bring up Anthony. He loves that.
He was really good for a while. And then not so much here.
But you did.
Tonight.
You might as well. You got an audience.
What?
Yeah, somebody sent him a super chat. Good times.
Oh, was it a J? Was it a J or an N? I can't remember.
Here, this is it.
Two.
There, okay. Just making sure.
Two Nick.
Wow.
Not. Okay. What are you famous for? That's a really good question. I don't know. You ever hear of Anthony Cumia coming in? I'm just reading super chats. At least you guys throwing some money. All right. Have you ever thought of ending it all? Went from top of the world to this.
Hold on.
He would have never laughed at that.
No,
in the
right
morning.
off the bat.
Cordial. Yeah. So I kind of agree with people that he had a good buzz going on that night. And he even compliments Anthony and Norton here in a minute.
You know what it is too? Said he was 2 bottles into it, about 2 bottles in when he did this.
Yeah,
you know what it is too? Like what makes Opie so bitter and angry is that all of the guys from the Opie and Anthony show are still in the business. They're still making money. They still have careers going. Opie does not. And it burns him up that he's got nothing going on. He just signed a deal with iHeartRadio. That's hilarious. But I think that when he starts seeing money coming in, it justifies this waste of time that he's doing. He can tell his wife he made some money. He can brag about it. So this puts him in such a good mood to be like, holy shit, people are throwing money my way. I think that you could totally rag on Opie as long as you attach $10 to it.
Listen, take it from someone who didn't make money doing this and started making money doing this. It is a great feeling when money starts coming in. Yes, absolutely.
You guys catch the last Jim and Anthony show they did on WABC?
I haven't heard it yet. No,
Jimmy was dude. It was like listening to Opie and Anthony again. It was like I can listen to that 5 days a week. They don't skip a beat. I mean, they were both on fire from as soon as the show started.
What's great about those two guys when they get together is they don't talk about Opie at all. And I know that's got to piss them off more than anything because all Opie talks about is Anthony and Jim and Sam Roberts and everyone in the chat's trying to get him to respond to all this shit. And none of those people, well, Anthony likes to take his shots, but Sam and Jim and those guys, they don't ever talk about Opie.
I personally don't get the guy, to be honest with you. He's like a whiny little cunt to me. That's what he is, you know.
Right. Exactly. He's like a guy on the ground with a broken neck. You don't want to even fucking look at him.
Exactly.
I'll add him to the no help list of Joey's. I'm just saying, like it would benefit him more to not fight with these guys than it does to fight with them. He's picking a battle that he's not going to win, and And now it's become his show. He used to never talk about Anthony. He used to never, now the clips, the show, it's all about leaning into this instead of working this shit out, figuring something out. And you all can benefit from this. This is a very rare case
He's always
You
been
know?
very thin-skinned, and he still blocks people, and he still gets mad at the chat and stuff like that. But apparently, he was feeling it this night. That's
Yeah.
good.
No
El
shit.
Diablo. You guys are actually making me laugh. El Diablo.
Good. He's drunk.
I
somebody
chose a
said.
different path.
Yeah.
You know,
It's really the opposite
I'm
of what
sure
a show should
I
be.
could hustle and do
Right.
more with my career. I'm sure.
Beef Drippins wanted us to watch Opie for a while.
Do what it's like to know you're mid. Oh, hi, Dawn. Mid. Okay.
No,
maybe you're
you and
being
were equally
delusional.
funny, Jimmy, too. Well, I mean, I know. I also knew my place. Those guys were funnier than me on the radio show, of course.
Have you ever heard him say that?
Holy shit, Opie. This is what you should have said 7 years ago. All he ever says is just like, oh, go back and listen. I have some funny lines, too. You're being
That's
dishonest. That's what he
that's
always says.
Yeah, like right there in that moment, he was as real as he's ever been.
Yeah.
Do you guys think if Opie went up to Anthony, hat in hand, and was like, dude, he's like, I'm really sorry for all the things that I said the last few years. You know, I think that we had a good thing going. I think we can actually make this show pop if we got together again. Do you think there would be some sort of reunion between those guys?
I think
It would be great. I think it would be great.
I think Anthony'd be open to it. I know Jim wouldn't be.
That's
Right.
what I was gonna say. I think Ant could work through some shit. It also depends, like, on the apology and like.
But Anthony doesn't take this shit so seriously. Like,
No.
when Keith the cop was running Compound, Keith brought Opie in and offered him a job, and you know they would do the Opie and Anthony show one day a week, but then Opie would have his own thing to do on there. And Anthony, you know, I don't know if that was his idea, but he wasn't opposed to it.
Yeah, I think Jim is a one and done type of guy. Like once you're in that category for him, there's no coming back. You know,
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Of course, but I certainly had.
I've never heard him say
my
that.
moments,
before.
and certainly had a ton of moments after the fact. After I moved on from
Flip
that
this.
radio show. So, what's TSN? TSN sent us for this week's charity work. What is TSN? I don't know the
Oh my
players.
God.
To be honest with you.
Nobody knows.
Can you rank the races best to worst? Shuli said to buy a hairbrush. Why?
This was my favorite. Is people just feed him bullshit and him just go, "Why? We were always nice to each other."
It's great.
I find it hard to believe that Shuli would send his people to attack me. He was
Thank
nothing
you.
but nice to me.
It was
Thank you.
They made me talk about Palestine.
I came in. I guess I got to stay for some more hate. My God.
See, he was getting ready to leave, and now he's like, "All right, I guess I gotta stay."
He really is Stuttering John at this point. You can insult me for $1.99. All right, that's fine.
I am so desperate for money that I will stay for your hate.
Wow.
Shuli could probably beat up SJ. Hey Don, I don't know what any.
Oh,
of
hey,
this
Mr.
stuff
Beef
is,
Drippins.
bro. You know, I'll be honest. At first I was very, very confused by the Dabbleverse that was created to just go after Stuttering John. I honestly didn't understand it at all because I had John on, and I found him all right. I definitely found him all right. And I was confused by all that. I'm like, wow, it's really weird. All these people are going after Stuttering John. You know, I thought he was an all right guy.
And then he did.
Jay Leno saw something in him and
Yeah, Howard Stern.
hired him. But then I quickly learned
Here we
this
go.
is where we might have a match, people.
All right.
Might bring some of your haters around. But what was it? I
Would that benefit Opie to start busting Stuttering John's balls at this point, Carl?
It's a little late to the game, but I would love it. I would love
yeah.
it.
I put out a video, and it actually.
I would love to see that head to head, though. That would be one
Well,
hell of
'cause-
a matchup.
Opie always claims, you know, he makes fun of me, the basement show, he calls it. And he goes, anyone can do this Jocktober thing. We proved that. I would be the best at it if I did it. Because it's so easy to just nitpick these shows and call them out. You just learn personal details about them and then call them out for it. Opie would be the worst at it. Every time he tries to roast someone or clown them, he's got nothing. So I'd love to see him attempt to do it because he might be the only guy who can't actually get over on John.
See, I don't think he'd be the worst at it.
I think he'd be the worst.
I don't think he would. I think, you know what? There's no easier Jocktober target than John, right?
Agreed.
Opie should just fucking get an episode, and just watch some clips and just do it. Just try it. I would love to see it.
I would love to see it. It'd be amazing.
And in a head-to-head, if it's a verbal battle between Opie and John, I got Opie winning that.
Of course.
No doubt.
Yeah, and if he tastes that fresh blood for the first time, I mean, he might really get into the Dabbleverse, and you might see a new Opie. He feels it's a rush, right? Getting in John's craw.
My thing is this isn't working, so fucking let's try something else. What the hell? What do you got to lose?
Do you think he's really serious though? In the beginning, when he said he didn't understand the Dabbleverse and he played the dumb role, like he didn't know anybody, or I mean, it seems like he was.
I think he knows he doesn't want to be in the Dabbleverse per se. So if you know that, then you know what it's about for the most part.
That is the boring take. Whenever someone's just like, "Oh, you're making fun of a guy who stutters," you're like, "Really? Right. You don't know why we clown this drooling alcoholic retard? Come on."
Yeah. There's wrestling storylines that don't have the depth that this fucking thing, for years. I mean, it's crazy.
Made Stuttering John look good. But I guess how I wrote the tweet, which might have been clickbaity a little bit, it pissed off Stuttering John. And I said, dude, did you watch the video? What are you talking about? This was positive. It was good. And then he blocked me. And that day I went, all right.
Why would he not have himself
and there are people I hang out with that also know Stuttering John. Right. When he is brought up when I'm live streaming, these people will literally, and some of you have seen this for yourself, they'll go,
wrong chat, PD, wrong chat.
Right? He will now bother me for months because we're talking about him. Could you not do that, please? Thank you. But I found out on my own terms when he blocked me and started trashing me for a very innocent video that actually made him look good.
Made him look good. It's
Jesus. So I think we have a little bit of a match today, guys. A little bit, okay?
It's the MO of John. It's never as bad as John takes it or feels it. Whatever that comment is or that quote unquote trashing that he's getting, it's a million times worse to John than it actually is for the most part. He's a sensitive boy. Speaking of John,
it's only compliments and trashing. There is nothing in between in John's world. Like either you're ball washing me or you're an asshole and I need to block you.
Hey, thanks for watching that clip. We got a bunch more stuff from a bunch of different other shows. So if you want to support us, you want to be a part of what's happening here, subscribe, notify, and get yourself a membership. 2 levels, $5, $10. We got more bonus shows than we know what to do with. So help us out. Get in here.